In this video, I make a Ninja Espio figure from Sonic Dash. For this custom, I use a generic Espio figure. Ninja Espio has a completely different outfit to regular Espio, so I need to completely dismantle him and re-sculpt a lot of his details. Now with Espio dismembered, I can move on to the sculpting. Ninja Espio's shoes are actually different to normal Espios, so I'll need to change them by sculpting in some clay into the recesses to make it more of a full shoe. Next was to sculpt in the overhang from his tunic. This was quite hard as I had to make it thick enough so it wouldn't break. After sculpting the headband and mask, I decided to sand all the clay to make it more smooth. At this point, I realized that I actually wanted to have Ninja Espio in his pose like seen in the render, with his arm in and his fingers up. So I got the figure and just simply cut his arm at the bending point. Then I cut the gauntlets to match Ninja Espio's design. I grabbed my drill and drilled into the arm to add some wire. Then I heated up the hands to get them in the right position. They hardened and they were in the correct pose. For the right hand, I had to cut the fingers so I could pose them in the correct way. Now it's time for painting the figure. First, I primed him with some grey primer. At this point, I realized that the pink paint was actually quite transparent, so I had a lot of trouble getting it right. I had to do many layers in order to get the color just how I wanted. Once I was done with the purple paint, I decided to take a break from painting and focus on the scarf that he has around his neck. I wanted it to be posable, so I cut some armature wire and then cut out the fabric needed for the scarf. Then I sewn them together to create a posable scarf. So at this point, the black paint bottle exploded everywhere, leaving a ton of paint all over the table. Adding the skin tone was actually quite difficult as I had to make sure it didn't go over the black or the white. Unfortunately it did, so I had to repaint the eyes and the mask afterwards. The silver details were quite nerve-wracking. If I messed up even slightly, I had to redo the whole black area around it. This was the final stretch, I had to paint the pattern on the mask and on the tunic. Then I moved on to the stripes on his shoes, which were actually really difficult to see. Before painting them, I made sure to mark out the eyes using a mechanical pencil. This gave me fine accuracy and a nice basis to paint the yellow onto. While I was at the yellow, I also painted the horn. Then, I painted in the pupil and the little reflection on his eyes. Now all I had to do was assemble the figure and he's done. Honestly, I'm surprised how well this turned out. Throughout the entire process, he was looking pretty rough and ready. It was really the eyes and the face that made it work. This only took me 4 days to do, so it was definitely one of my shortest customs I've made. But it's definitely one of my best as well. And with his bendable scarf, he'll be easily posed in multiple positions. He'll look great next to all my other figures. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you want me to do next. I also want to say thanks to all the support from my previous 2 videos. I did not expect it, and I really want to say thank you to everyone.